Which one of you is Finn the Human?
Finn the Human!
Finn the Human was born on an island and lost at sea as a baby, where he washes ashore on the magical land of Ooo. But how does everyone in Ooo already know his name? Well, to understand the story, you're going to have to understand the human parents. Finn had two normal human parents, Martin and Minerva. Minerva was a doctor and Martin was a con man, but they still loved baby Finn anyway, giving him attention and toys before immediately losing him at sea. And that's about it for the human parents. The dog parents. Baby Finn washes up on the land of Ooo, where he is immediately adopted by Joshua and Margaret, two dogs who own an investigation service. They investigate mysteries all over Ooo and are no strangers to mysterious phenomenon, but finding a human alive in this post-apocalyptic world was big news. For the rest of Finn's life, he was known as Finn the Human.
Greetings, Frank the Human Boy.
How did you almost know my name?
But how did they know his name was Finn? Well, Joshua and Margaret have access to all manner of magical and mystic doodads, and they could use any sort of spell or demon or ritual or wish to try and find the origin of Finn's name. But we never see them do any of those things. Why? Because they didn't need to. They already knew his name. His name was with him when they picked him up. It was on the bear that got turned into his hat. When he was abandoned, there's the bear. When he arrives on the other side, there's the hat. It has the name tag inside that says Finn. So the only question that remains is, who turned the bear into a hat? The princess. In the land of Ooo, there are countless princesses. There's a princess here, a princess there, there's a princess everywhere. But one princess and one princess alone stands out above all the others as a contender for the first finder of the human when it washed up on Ooo. Baby Finn, crying on a beach, squirming about, found, rescued, got its bear converted into a hat. Who possibly could have done all of these things other than Raggedy Princess? That's right, the mysterious princess, Raggedy Princess. We don't know much about her, but what we do know is she cares for Finn.
Oh, hey Finn!
She is able to repair any fabrics.
Raggedy Princess can make you a new handle in like 3 seconds.
She is the single dispenser of all of the socks for Ooo.
Fine! Take all my socks! You still owe me a pair of jorts!
Now you might write off Raggedy Princess's affections towards Finn as normal behavior in this show. Many princesses do show an interest in Finn throughout the show, but Raggedy Princess always seemed a bit different, a bit off.
Could you pour this juice into my mouth?
A bit unexplained as a character. And when I did some digging, the reason I made this entire video was because in the special episode Frog Days, Raggedy Princess is reciting a creepy poem, and she says this.
Late last night through fever dreams, I heard some faint and feeble screams. The lonely last unlikely leaf was crying out in gruesome grief.
We're still on his trail, Jake.
Oh, hi, Finn. Did you hear the poem?
Late last night through fever dreams, I heard some faint and feeble screams. The lonely last unlikely leaf was crying out in gruesome grief. The lonely last unlikely leaf. Really? That's a clear call to the fact that baby Finn was found wearing a leaf on his crotch. She's the one that probably put the leaf on before writing the creepy poem about it. I mean, why else would it be crying in gruesome grief? Babies, human babies, cry gruesomely all the time. So she heard that, found the baby, repaired its toy into its hat and calmed it down, and at that point probably Joshua and Margaret were approaching, and she placed Finn right there where Joshua and Margaret would find him so that they would adopt, because their parents, and they can, and they would, and she's unable. But she stalks Finn from a distance for the rest of the show, protecting him from afar, keeping an eye out on her little baby human. So that is the story of Finn's name. I hope you enjoyed. This was a head case explanation.